Hello and welcome to this new video. In the previous video, we discovered the session update via the plugin. Thus, we updated the member settings for all players joining or leaving the lobby. Today, we want to discover and manage the life cycle of a session. That means start, end, and destroy the session. This is the life cycle of a session. No session means an online session has not been created yet. Creating an online session is in the process of being created. Pending session has been created but the session hasn't started. Pre-match lobby. Starting session has been asked to start, may take time due to communication with backend. In progress. The current session has started. Sessions with join in progress disabled are no longer joinable. Ending. The session is still valid, but the session is no longer being played. Post-match lobby. Ended. The session is closed and any stats committed. Destroying. The session is being destroyed. I want to start implementing the logic of starting the session when the host clicks the button. To start a session, call the task start OSS session. The task takes the session name as a parameter. Because this action is to be done by the host, and because we decided to manage sessions in game mode, we want to place this task in game mode and create a function in the interface to call it from the widget. Now implement the function in game mode and then call the start task. To avoid errors, we only start a session if it is valid. To do this, call the isLobbySessionValid function before proceeding. To respect the lifecycle of a session, we must first obtain the current state of our session, and therefore only start it if the current state is pending. To do this, call the EasyOSS node, getOSSSessionState. If the task fails, I want to display an error message. If it completes successfully, I will do nothing, because we will see the result in our UI. Now go back to the widget and call the interface function to start the session when the host clicks Start Session. We will now repeat the same process for the end session and the destroy session. We should end the session only if the state is in progress. Call the task end OSS session to end the session. For the destroy session, we must destroy it only if the state is ended. Call the task destroy OSS session to do it. Return to the widget to call both functions. Now start a test to verify the implementation. we can see that the current state of the session is pending following its creation. We will now click on Start Session. And as you can see, the state has changed to In Progress. Then click on End Session. You will see that the state has changed to Ended. Then click on Destroy Session. The status has not changed because the session has been destroyed, but the UI still displays the old status. Click on Refresh. You will have an error telling you that no session has been found. And there you have it, everything works as it should. If you create a session again, you see that you can't do it. Because according to the game mode, the session variable is always valid. So the session is valid. For that, we must update the variable once the session is destroyed. First, we have to stop the timer that is looking for session updates. To do this, promote its output to variable, so we will have a reference to it. Once the session is destroyed, clear and invalidate the timer. Then update the lobby session variable to be an empty structure. We must move the timer from begin play to create session. So we do the update check only if the session is created. Because if we leave it in the begin play, we cannot then redefine it following the destruction of the session, which resets it. The algorithm is therefore, we create the session, then we define the timer and update its reference variable. If the session is destroyed, it is clear and invalidate, therefore deleted. If we create a new session, it will be redefined and so on. Run a test and verify the implementation. Here, I created a session and I destroyed it. I will check that I can create a new session. And there you have it, everything works as it should. You can repeat the process as many times as you like to check that it is working properly. That's all for this video. See you in the next one.